Okay, in this video I want to start taking a look at the code for painting. And this is the original code from the book. I'm going to be going back and forth between the code from the book and the changes I made, just so you can get a feel for how, for the refactoring process, and just generally, how you poke around in code and figure out what's going on. So like I said, this is the original code from the book. This is the paint method, and the first thing that happens in the paint method is a call to this method called initGr. So init is a standard abbreviation, or a common abbreviation in programming for initialize. So when you're initializing something, a lot of times you say init. And then it's followed by these letters GR, which I took to, have to do with graphics, right? So we're initializing graphics here. If we go up and look at what happens in that method, the first thing we do is get the dimensions of the canvas. Oh, and we're in the canvas class, by the way, right? Okay, so we're in the canvas class, so when we do this get size, we're getting the dimensions of the canvas. Then we set max x to d width -1, and we set max y to d height -1. So actually, if you remember what that means, we have this white space inside the frame is our canvas. So I'm starting with a blank canvas here. And the height of our canvas is d height, the width of our canvas is d width. And if you remember, when we have a canvas of width d width, that means the x device coordinates start at 0 and go up to d width -1. Okay, so our max x is going to be d width -1. So for example, if the width of this screen was 9, say, if it was really tiny, then our x device coordinates would go from 0 to 8, right? So that's 9 values, 0 through 8, right? And the same thing with the y device coordinates, would start up here at 0 and go, if it was 7, it would go from 0 to 6. Okay. Okay, so that's the idea behind the max x and the max y. This is the maximum x device coordinate, the maximum y device coordinate. Then we have this min-max xy, which I'm going to get back to in a minute, but first I want to go over this x center, y center. So we have x center equals max x over 2, y center equals max y over 2. So let me just make sure we're clear on how that works. So this is my mini canvas with a width of only 9 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But remember, when we number them, the max x is going to be 8 because we're numbering them like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And the height, if the height is 7, we have 7 pixels down here, and they're numbered from 0 through 6. Okay, so our width is 9, our height is 7, but our max x is 8, and our max y is 6. So that means that our x center, using the assignment that they did in the code, x center equals max x divided by 2. In this example, our x center would be 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Our y center would be 6 divided by 2, which equals 3. Okay, and again, remembering that the top left pixel is at 0, 0 if we're doing device coordinates. So we go if it's 4 comma 3, we would go, here's 0 0, right, up in this corner, 0 0, 0 1, 0 2, 0 3, 1 3, 2 3. Oh, I'm sorry. This is how did I say, 0 comma 3, 0 comma 3, 1 comma 3, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 3. So 4 comma 3 is the center of the screen, so that's how that gets calculated. Then we also have this min-max xy. So what is that? It's the minimum. We're taking the minimum of max x and max y. So in this case, let's see, max x is 8, max y is 6. So that would be, so the minimum of those two is 6. Let's just go to the next slide for a second, because basically what we want to do is we have this red rectangle that's right along the border of the canvas. That has our, that's using our max x and max y, right? What we want is to kind of restrict our drawing area to a square, because we're going to keep our triangle within that square. So as we resize the window, we'll always have a square that fits inside the window that we can draw our triangle in. Okay, so yeah, so that's what that blue square is. That's our max xy, and then I'll wait until the next video to talk about this green guy. But this blue square right here stands for the and you can see it's centered in the middle of the screen, but it stands for the square that we can maintain our drawing inside of. Yeah, so that's what this min-max here is for. So that's what the first step in our painting is preparing those fields and making sure that we have the values we need for max x, min-max x, max x, max y, min-max x, y, and x center and y center. And notice we do that each time we paint, because if you resize the screen, you're going to have to reinitialize all those values. So that's our first step in paint, and then we'll talk in subsequent videos about the rest of this stuff.